What's up guys, I got another computer. This one's going to help me with one of my projects as well. I am very excited about it. I've been looking for one of these for a short while. I can probably give you a little bit of a hint. The reason why it's got a towel on it was when I was transporting it to make sure it didn't get any more scratches. So this is a Lian Li V1010, I think. So this is the, oh god, it squeaks. So this is the updated version of the V series. And I got this from my local area. And from first glimpse of it, if I don't block the camera, from first glimpse, you can see that it's looking like it's inside really nice condition. And the ports up here are still functional. I really hope those are USB 2 and they just didn't color them anything, because from memory it goes white was USB 1, black was USB 2, 3 is blue. Anyway, I'm going to move it around so we can have a look around the back of it in just a second. The back of the PC, as you can see, got lots of goodies just from looking at it. We've got the model there, V1010, so this is the updated version of the V1000. We've got a blaring Noctua fan. This is an NFP12 fan. We have got our I/O, which is clearly an ASUS board. And just by looking at it, I'm going to say, because this is 2008 PC case, there's no onboard audio. I'm going to say this is a Rampage board. If it is, that'd be great, because I haven't got one of them. Also got a sound card here, which should also be backing me up that this is the Rampage. And then we have got this graphic card. It's got all the ports. We've got HDMI, we have got DVI and VGA. Now, from memory, HDMI wasn't really on graphic cards until about 2010 onwards. So it's not going to be anything super old or super new. I'm going to say this is either a HD 5770 or a GTS 450, maybe a 550 if I'm lucky. We got a sound card. You know, who cares about the sound card? Then we got a power supply here, which I don't know what that brand is. I want to say this is an Antec, or because Antec like doing this small like thing on the back of the power supplies, a smaller 80mm, and then they normally have one fan at the front, one fan at the back, and it just draws it through. Anyway, I'm going to pull off the side panel, then we're going to get a better look of the inside. Do you know, compare this to my other Lian Li case, I swear this is actually longer. This is I think the only difference between this and the V2000 is that the V2000 you can fit an extra hard drive cage inside. This is looking a lot longer in my opinion. It is an Antec power supply. I knew it. I have no idea which one it is though. Does it have an additional fan? Oh, it's modular. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. It's really bad with the lighting. I have no idea. Max load. Oh wow, I think this is an 800 watt power supply, which, oh, 850. So it's an SG 850, which no one can probably see. Great. It's definitely an ASUS board. I can't see if it's a Rampage. I'm going to say it's a Rampage, and if I'm wrong, so be it. But I thought this was going to be another Noctua cooler. This looks like one of those Thermalrights, Silver Arrows from memory. I honestly can't remember. I think it's a Silver Arrow. And we've got a graphic card there. It's definitely not a GTS 450 because it's got two PCI power connectors on it. So I don't know what that is. It could be anything. We've got some OCZ Reaper 8500 and 2 gigs. That is some nice RAM actually. It's quite annoying because I just bought some OC Reaper RAM. Never mind. Oh wow, he left the peel on here. Oh look. Okay. There we go. He never took off the peel. I always take off the peel. And what have we actually got for graphic card then? The graphic card is... what brand is it? It's Red PCB, so it's Palette. Yeah, Palette, the unloved child of the NVIDIA world. It's a GTX 460, 1GB. You know, that actually wouldn't be that bad. It's not great, but it's not that horrendously bad. And we got the manufacturing date here of March 29th, 2008. So, I'm very happy with what I got here. I only spent about £40 on this. And considering what I got in here, the motherboard alone is worth that, let alone the power supply, which I don't really need another high-end power supply, if I'm honest. I've already gotten quite a few recently. Although I think the power supply I wanted to put in here probably won't fit, now that I think about it. Okay, I have just noticed a glaring issue. The hard drive cages. You need special screws. That's going to be fun. And I've also got to try and figure out a way to get out the front fan, because that looks disgusting. I don't know if you can see all the dust in there. This thing's going to need to be cleared. I forgot to mention, so I just took off the cooler. We actually have a Q9550. So no extreme this time, but I'm very happy to have that in there, because that's actually a really solid CPU. You know, 12 megs of cache, I think it's a 2.8. I mean, these still go for a little bit of money on the old used market. It's one of the strongest Core 2 quads. Okay, so you routed it that way. But the cooler was disgusting. I think I might need a tetanus shot after that. Yikes. Anyway, see you on the next bit. Right guys, I have gutted the PC and it's in relatively good shape. Here are some of the parts over here with the power supply, and so I had to plug the charger. Here are some of the more disgusting parts. Yeah, that's why it's over there next to my bin. Gotta use a brush to get rid of that. Overall, I'd say this is going to be one of the more easier cleaning jobs. The only thing I've noticed is I'm going to have to improvise to make... I had this sled in there, and apparently you need these special screws to put any hard drives in. So I'm going to check my little screw bin and see if I can find something which will, how can I put this politely, do the job without having massive amounts of vibration. Yeah, that's the issue when you get secondhand cases. They're always missing this special mounting hardware. Had that a few times, but I'm going to say this PC case is in relatively good condition for its age. I'm going to start testing out some of the parts, and then I'll start cleaning process. I mean, the parts were just a bonus for this PC. I do think this case will actually... Does anyone remember that dual socket EVGA board? The was it the SR2? I think this would actually have enough space to house that. I don't know if it would be cool enough. Like, you see this bit here? I feel like as if this is something which you could probably mount some sort of extra cooling on there. But the problem is the side panel is just completely blocked off, so there's just no point. Anyway, I'm ranting now. I'm going to start doing some tests on the parts. Turn it on the side. Everything seems to be alright. I'm not noticing anything unusual, no. It all seems to be bang on. Don't know if this power tester's being a bit biased testing an Antec power supply, because there's an Antec power supply tester. Is that a fan spinning? Yeah, it's spinning. So the only thing I have to do with that is just clean it out, and this power supply is good. And my only issue is it's missing two of the PCI. It's only missing the PCI Express adapters. Annoying. I might be able to find them, I might not. I might email the person who I bought this off and see if he actually has the spare connectors. I bet he doesn't. Anyway, moving on. Alright, the GTX 460 is working, although it says subfender undefined, so that's fun. I'm about to run a benchmark on it with Far Cry 2, and we'll give that a go now, and I'll show you the results afterwards, but it's looking pretty decent. I think we can call that a success. It did that fine, no issues. So I've got our GTX 460, which I didn't want, but I have it now, and yeah, it's doing fine. Quite happy with that. Another successful part which works. So I have got the test set up now, done. So I've got my trusty 4650, I think. It's just a good card because there's no power connections, so no more need to worry about that. I know the power supply works, so I just tested that. I put my Zalman corner on there, which I had a brand new one of these, but never mind. We've got the Reaper RAM, which we're testing. We also got the CPU motherboard. Good thing about this motherboard is it has buttons. I never thought that would be such a positive feature. But just going over the board, I don't see any damage. I don't see any issues. This board looks, I don't want to say mint because I jinx myself each time I do that. But this still has the sticker on it, so it still has the protective foam on it, which is always fun. So let's start this one up. Oh, lights are changing colour. Hey, Rampage formula. Delete, del. Let's go into the BIOS. Okay, we've got the 9550. Yeah, I think the battery's gone. Yeah, the battery's definitely gone. Ooh, is it only showing half the RAM? System configuration. Yeah, only half the RAM is showing. Okay. I have to look in. Oh, I see it. That's my own fault. This motherboard actually has some really stiff. DIMMs, which is a good sign. It shows that this has just had its RAM put in once and then forgotten about. So I noticed that one of the DIMMs is not fully in. Let's try again. This time, hopefully, it'll show up all the RAM. But this is one of the best X48 motherboards to my knowledge, which you can actually get for this. And now you're not going to post all the RAM, are you? Oh no, you're posting, just taking a while. Yeah, check signal's bad. Yeah, so I'm going to have to change the battery and see if that does anything. It still thinks it's 2002. There we go, we've got all of our RAM now. Let's have a look. Hardware monitor, are we overheating at all? No, everything seems to be fine. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the battery and see if that gets rid of the issue. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I've changed the CMOS battery now, so hopefully it'll give me the error one more time. Then I'll save and exit, and then when I turn it back on again, the bad thing should go, hopefully. Otherwise, if it keeps having corrupted CMOSs, that means this board is on its way out, which I'd rather it not be on its way out because it's probably my nicest X rated board. I got an X38, what was it, X38, there we go. Let's press that. Let's press restart. See if it still has the issue with the CMOS. So yeah, this is probably my nicest Crossfire motherboard now. Yeah, the error message is gone. It'll just tell me you can't find boot media because there's nothing there. Yeah, this board's good. I'm well happy about that. Another great deal because the board is worth what I paid for the actual whole unit. Got the CPU, RAM, got 850-watt power supply. I really want to open up the power supply and just clean it out, but it's got 2 PCBs in it. It's weird, this one, so I might just leave it. Anyway, let's turn this off and I'll update you later on, guys. So guys, this is the final result. A lot of the scratches are gone. I am finding that when I clean this, it's leaving streaks and like fingerprints, which don't seem to disappear no matter what I use. So I've got to be very cautious of that. I'm very careful. But this is all looking very good. You can see there's no real massive amounts of damage to this system. The fan filter did disintegrate because it's made of foam or something, which is like 15 years old. There we go, see what I mean? A little bit of dust here, dust there. And I wasn't too sure on how to remove these in the way that I can actually put them back in again because they're not screwed in. So I haven't cleaned these yet. I will do that when I actually want to install the hardware into the system, which I don't know when that's going to be because I'm still thinking about what I'm actually going to be putting in here because, as I probably mentioned about 6 or 7 times now, I did want to put in the 2 8800s in here. I did want to put in the Core 2 Extreme and have this be a tribute to the MaxiShine PC. And but I'm going to be honest. Some of the parts I just don't want to use, like the Striker Extreme is such a rare part, especially my one in such decent condition. But then what's the point in having it if I never use it? It's just one of those things. So I'm quite tempted just to put make this into the ultimate BFG PC with my BFG 680i board with the 2 BFG 8800s I got. Well, actually I got a second one. Actually I got 2 of the overclock 2s now. So I can put that in SLI with the system. And that would be like the best of the 8800s. So this system would probably beat MaxiShine's original PC. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'd like to say thank you for all the new subscribers I've had recently. I do appreciate you guys subscribing and leaving your comments. I do try to respond to every single comment, but it's not always possible, unfortunately.